Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, they thought they were just acting in a play. But the ritual was far too real. Tonight's movie, Ritual of Death. Welcome to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! Unchained from the Content Nazis! Episode 25, coming off of last night's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad movie. Sorority girls and the creature from hell. I mean, there were sorority girls and there was a creature and the acting was from hell. So, maybe it all fits. But tonight, speaking of horrible acting, I was introduced to a couple movies by not too well-known Brazilian director, more known for his porno flicks. I mean, I guess he's kind of got the Joe D'Amato thing going. But anyways, so I thought, you know what? I'm going to look at these and satisfy my curiosity because God knows nothing horrible can happen when you're just looking at things curiously, right? No. Anyway, so tonight's movie is called Ritual of Death. So what is Ritual of Death about? Well, so there was this cult leader and this cult that were using this book that was filled with ancient rituals to, I guess they started out in Egypt, and the Egyptians would use these ancient rituals, which involved human sacrifice, to make sure the pharaoh stayed immortal. And those same practices moved across into the Americas, where the American Indians would use these rituals to summon the spirits of warriors dead to create invincible warriors. So they were trying to do that sort of thing, probably make the leader invincible and immortal, and it all completely backfired, and most of them ended up dead, including the head of the cult. Well, apparently his nephew has found the book and has come up with an evil scheme to get the book and to restart the death cult. And that is to fool a bunch of actors into thinking that this book is actually just going to be inspiration for a stage play. Because, you know, having a stage play about an ancient Egyptian human sacrifice thing to call upon the god of death to create immortality for the pharaoh sounds like a perfectly good stage play. Anyway, so, of course, they steal the book, and the lead actor soon becomes possessed by something. He has an urge to eat raw flesh, and is having these strange and wild nightmares of huge pustules and tearing his face half off and other things. And of course, the desire to murder. Yes. So as he is struggling to figure out what's happening, trying to fight his urges, the owner of the book, of course, is pissed off because it's a dangerous book that could unleash evil forces, and so he is trying to get the book back, and of course all the actors are trying not to get murdered. So, will this death cult be resurrected successfully, or will the old man find his book, and will the actors live to tell the tale? Well, we'll find out when you watch it, but let's get to the scores, shall we? Violence and gore, I am giving it a 5 out of 5. This movie is nasty. There is a bit of violence, yes, but it's the gore that is there. I mean, like I said, like ripping like half your face off. there is some really nasty scenes. A lot of vomiting green goo. There's this scene where these people are taking a blood bath, and it's got a decapitated goat's head, and it's like they're just dripping it all over them and stuff. It's really it's a disgusting movie. I mean, there's a claw end of a hammer into someone's gut and just kind of getting some of the intestines all fucked over in there. I mean, it's bloody and nasty. There's a scene with a wind machine. Now, you have a wind machine that looks like it was just a propeller engine for a plane. No safety guard screen or nothing. And so, of course, someone's going to meet a bloody, nasty end with that thing. So, yeah, it's all over, man. It's 5 out of 5. Shock value, 2 out of 5. Really, there's not scares in this. It's just the disgusting factor is pretty shocking in this movie. So 2 out of 5. Just gross stuff. Like really gross stuff. Plot, I am gonna give it a generous 2.5 out of 5. Even though at first it starts out and it's really weird and confusing, the plot actually gels and you make sense. Like literally, it's a story about possession and the evils of man trying to get power and using dark forces that they don't understand, and those dark forces turning on them and doing what dark forces do. So yeah, it surprisingly works in that situation. Though yeah, its story is a little disjointed. The scenes don't necessarily flow well, and the editing is suspect. And, like, it's weird, and at the beginning it's kind of confusing. So anyways, 2.5 out of 5. Acting is a 0 out of 5. Once again, we have some of this holy shit, awful garbage acting. I don't know, I guess these guys went in the same school of acting as the ones from Sorority Girls and The Creature from Hell. But honestly, at least the director had their mindset to not have them just talk over each other like they were filmed or recorded their voices in separate rooms and didn't know when other people were talking. At least it wasn't a muddled mess like that. But my goodness, it was still pretty bad. I mean, it's like, no, don't freak out. Okay. It's just, yeah, it's bad. 0 out of 5. Even though I did kind of like the performance of the police chief or head inspector or whatever. He was all right, but he pronounced theater. He just theater. We're going to the theater. We're closing this theater down. I don't know. I don't know. But maybe we'll go to Arizona. Let's go to Pahonix. Anyways, 0 out of 5. Nudity, I'm giving it a 2.5 out of 5. Not too much. There's that blood bathing scene. The woman just likes to get goat head blood all over her body. Then a sex scene here, and some lady brings the guy back to her place, and of course she has to change because her clothes beforehand were, I guess, not good enough for her to get murdered in. So, anyways, 2.5 out of 5. Enjoyment factor, I have actually given this a 3 out of 5. It is strange, it is confusing at first, but it is engrossing. I mean, I was just watching, I was mesmerized. I wanted to see what was going on. I wanted to see, because of the gory, violent deaths, I wanted to see the next kill. I wanted to see what they were going to do with it, and I wanted to see how disgusting they were going to go with this movie. And that is one of the big differences between this movie and last night's movie, is that this one has the gore, this one has the disgustingness that at least gives you something to hold on to and gives you something interesting to watch and look forward to in the movie, because all the other parts are pretty bad. So kudos to them. 3 out of 5. I actually enjoyed it and would watch again. Yeah, so there you go. But my overall impression, of course, is a 1.75 out of 5. Look, the acting is just serial garbage. It is a garbage fire of a movie. There are parts that work, but most of the parts are just bad. I mean, the acting, is funny. You make fun of it, but yeah, it kind of grates on you. Some of the pacing, there's a little bit of issues, but thank goodness there is some nasty, bloody violence and gory nastiness. And random frogs, too. At first I thought, were they going to get some flesh-eating blood frogs from, what was that, Curse of Evil? But no, we didn't really get that. I was kind of disappointed with that. But whatever. Anyways, that all together averages out to be a 2 point something if my... Why does this thing go blank? 2.3 out of 5. Oh my goodness. I don't know why. But... Anyways, 2.3 out of 5. Saved by the Gore! Yeah! So there you have it. Curse of Death. Or Ritual of Death. My God, I was still thinking of Curse of Evil. Ritual of Death. Another thing is, even though, that last song is kind of catchy, the opening song and the last song are just weird. Weird rock, pop song, and it's just... And the singer has this interesting voice, but it's so odd. It's so odd and doesn't fit. But... You know what? I mean, I guess it adds to the strangeness and weirdness of the film. So anyways, so there you have it. Ritual of Death. Tell me, what did you think? Leave a comment in the comment section. Have you seen Ritual of Death? Probably not. Not many people probably have seen this movie. But, oh my goodness, it definitely is an experience. But do you agree with me? Leave a comment in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Ring the bell for notifications. Whatever. Throw money at me. Give me the winning lottery numbers. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Anyways, I will see you next time on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror when we continue on before I sleep the long sleep of death. And, yeah, Internet, you guys stay scary. And remember... If some guy is saying, hey, we got to get this strange book from this book collector that he keeps locked away because reasons, and use that as the basis of a script for a play about human sacrifice and rituals of immortality, just don't do it. Don't trust him. He's trying to get you to die for the sake of reigniting the flames of his cult. Anyways, I will see you later.